Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Eight of Cups Tarot, and welcome to a quick mid-month check-in. I hope you guys are doing really well. We are coming up on some pretty intense transit, guys, and it's kind of like one after another after another. The universe is going to feel pretty relentless. Now, the good news is a lot of this stuff could very well be positive. You know, Uranus can bring some really exciting opportunities. Things are really going to shake loose in all of our lives. We're going to get brave. We're going to have courage. We're going to, find a way to make those changes we know we need to make. Now, unlike last year, this year seems to be a little bit easier for my cardinal signs. You know, this year it's kind of the fixed signs that are getting kind of beat up. Guys, if you could hear the insanity, I got a new kitten. This was kind of my new moon, fourth house transit. Yeah, I've never had a kitten before. I love it, love it, love it. But also, I'm absolutely not in control whatsoever. But it's been great. It's been quite an adventure. Super grateful for it. Ooh, you got the Empress. Starting out with the Empress. Okay. Cancer, I do feel like that's your energy, and I love it for you. I love it because it feels like you are feeling yourself. Always, always, it never fails. You have the Empress, and she attracts the Ace of Pentacles. Whatever the Empress needs, the Empress gets, and that's you this month, Cancer. This is what happens when you recognize your worth, when you recognize that the things that you want and need and require, you are worthy of. The universe can kind of give you back for, the way that you love and nurture the people here. And sometimes Cancer gets a little stuck, like getting a little stuck in like that protection mode. And therefore you kind of cut off opportunities. That's a lot of cards. Oh, good, 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 good. Good. All right. Oh, there's a story here, guys. All right, Cancer. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Love it. Guys, look at this. I just want to take a minute. Honestly, let's take a minute and look at the cards that came up in this reading. These are like the most beautiful, powerful, feminine cards. You have a Queen of Cups, a Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress. Like, these are all of the things, these are all the qualities in you that make you this Empress. So let's talk about this Empress for a minute. You are being seen, Cancer. I mean, you might literally be stepping into the limelight in some way, being recognized for your talents, being recognized for certain qualities. And the Empress is open to receive, right? Like, she's open to take advantage of what's headed her way. She believes that she deserves it. And she knows the universe will provide it. The Empress is never in a position of feeling stress. The Empress is never in a place of lack. She doesn't ever have to go into that survival mode. She just simply trusts. And this is like what happens when we step into the Venusian energy here. And Venus starts to work nicely with Saturn. And the thing is, we have Mars moving into your sign, Cancer, and that's going to make you like really attractive. You should know that. Maybe some of you are really going to walk into this transit and be like, wow, everybody's looking at me. Like, you are feeling good about yourself, and you should. You should. And because you're in that vibration, the Ace of Pentacles is just the things that others want to offer you. So clearly somebody wants to make an investment in you in some way. Somebody wants to offer you a job, a commitment. For some of you, maybe there is an actual pregnancy that occurs for sure. If that is not something that you want in your life right now, then I would definitely advise you to take precautions against it. Of course, Uranus can bring a lot of surprises. And you're the Empress, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. By far, no doubt at all that your life is changing. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is not fast moving. And the Ace of Pentacles isn't something that comes in fast. You know, it's more about like the reliability, the dependability, the stability of the Ace of Pentacles. And look at you feeling very stable as the things are changing. And I have the Wheel next to the Six of Cups, and this is always such a lovely card. And yet it annoys me right now. Because I just see Cancer as just being in this place of such awesome potential. Like real growth, real opportunities coming your way. And then right when you're at the very top of it, when everything's starting to really happen for you, the Six of Cups comes, that thing from your past. And maybe it's not a bad thing, you know? Maybe the Six of Cups represents, maybe it represents a childhood friend. Maybe it's something beautiful. But maybe it's an ugly relationship that somebody wants to revisit, you know, because that could happen with the Wheel of Fortune. We could try to do things over again, and Mercury going retrograde, your 12th house, yeah. Maybe there's an ex who wants to come back. Give it another try. And I'm wondering if you're going to actually realize this time when the offer is made, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. I don't know, I feel like this, look, I really love you. I'm grateful for our experience. I'm grateful that we had that thing. But I don't see Cancer going back. I don't see Cancer like actually in a place of like regressing. And the truth is, you weren't the Empress when the Six of Cups originated. It served its purpose then, but maybe not now. But the thing is, I think this person's going to come back nonetheless. And like I said, for some of you, it could be like a really heartwarming experience seeing somebody from your past or something that reminds you of your childhood. Like for some of you, maybe it's just like, I did that one time. I went past my house, or you know what? My kids were trick-or-treating. And I knocked on the door of the house that I grew up in that we had sold. It had been years and years and years. And the guy answered and he gave my kids candy, and I mentioned that I live there, and he's like, well, do you want to come and look at the house? And I was like, yes. You know, it's not always bad to go down memory lane, because sometimes you're just like, oh, I'm just so grateful for this foundation. I'm so grateful to have all of that love, because the Six of Cups is love. And when you're in this attracting mode, and certainly your heart is going to be involved, certainly love, you're going to attract love to you. And we have this Ace of Cups here at the bottom, and I just feel like somebody is making you an offer. Maybe it's an offer to like reconnect and see the house you grew up in. Maybe it's an offer to try this relationship once again. And we got these two cards that came out. Seven of Cups and the Moon. And I feel like this is Cancer. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna walk in that house. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna see how it's changed. I'm gonna explore it. I'm gonna consider it. And it might throw you off for a second. But what I don't like is the Moon card. And the truth of the matter is, if it's not like a house or an experience, if this is like a person who's coming back and kind of pulling at your heartstrings and like, oh, remember when we were in love, remember when everything was so good, and like it's enough to like just really kind of confuse you. But at the same time, I don't think they're telling you the whole story. Now, it could just be something that happens, or it could just be a situation in which your emotions are kind of pulled to the surface. This could be the universe saying, come on, Cancer. If you're going to really bring the good things into your life, then you're going to have to learn to be vulnerable. And the Seven of Cups and the Moon is definitely vulnerable. It's definitely unsure. Can I trust this? Can't I trust this? Is it for me? Will it turn out okay? Am I safe? And the truth is, there's no answers. Like, nobody's going to call you or email you and be like, okay, you should do this and this and this and this. You know, Seven of Cups could be you watching like 400 tarot card readings, trying and searching for some kind of oh my God, what should I do? Should I take them back? But I'm doing so good. My life is so good. I came so far. But maybe they've changed. Oh. And the truth is, it's just that emotional place. And it's because there's probably a reason why the universe wants us to reconnect to that emotion. And when you're the Empress, when you're in a manifestation mode, calling things to you, the emotion is the most important ingredient. Maybe this is just a reminder of how things felt. Like the good things that you want again, maybe not necessarily in that same person or that same situation. Maybe it's even somebody that isn't like physically able to be with you. And so you are ready. This tells me that you are ready for like that next situation. You're attracting those things to you. You're open to love. You're open to the idea. And if so, then you should focus. You should focus on the beautiful memories, on the way that they made you feel. Because the end of the reading, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles is definitely like in your element of manifestation. Like the Queen of the Cup, it makes mud. It's like the perfect soil to grow the seeds. Emotionally available and worthy and bringing something to the table, knowing your worth, not settling for any less. And these are like your new standards. And even people that come back from the past, you know, even something that you want to give another try to, well, of course, let's do it. But do they meet these standards? Because I've learned a hard lesson through my whole life, and it's that if I don't draw those boundaries, if these people don't meet these basic needs and requirements that I have, then this is all just simply a waste of time. And I don't think Cancer is anywhere near the mode of wasting time. Cancer knows what they want. They know what they're going after. And they know what they won't settle for. And I think it's important that you follow your intuition. If somebody's trying to sell you something, Cancer, like, oh, I've changed, oh, I won't do that anymore, oh, I learned all my lessons, you better make them prove it to you. You know, that stuff, that trust is earned. again. Can't just hand that to people. So sorry, my dog is barking in the background. Since I got a new cat, he seems to be a little bit more on edge. A little bit. Oh, yeah. Cancer, mistakes. Allow me to know it's okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so he or she feels loved no matter what. That could be taken in so many different ways. 7 of Cups. You know, whatever the situation is, I do strongly feel like it brings an element of healing old wounds, maybe somebody coming back and saying, yeah, well, it's not the whole story. Like, I was really in love with you, and, you know, maybe it's something that just comes in and it heals you. Maybe it clears up some of your questions, some of your wonderings. Maybe somebody, like, ran up and ghosted you, and, you know, 20 years later, oh my God, and then we got this out right next to it. Mistakes and perfectionism. Permission to make mistakes is so freeing. It's the root of creativity and change. Allow me, divine, to make as many mistakes as I need, free from the prison of perfectionism. You know, and that's an element of like not putting a lot of pressure on yourself at this time. You know, if you do slip and slip back into something with an ex, you know, and you realize it was a mistake, the moon card, you're like, oh yeah, I should have known. Like, it's not productive to beat yourself up over it, okay? Like I said, there's an element of healing that comes to this no matter how you handle it. It's like a win-win situation. It may not be pleasant, but things will be gained. Poised. Who else got this? Somebody else just got this. I think it was Taurus. I don't know. I get this idea like that Cancer's reached this level of like self-growth and self-worth and everything. And just right when you get there, right when you get in your brightest spot, like ready to attract like some real high quality people in your life, friends, jobs, relationships, whatever. And you're like there, and then like that one person that can like really push you back into regression mode comes creeping in. But this time I think you realize, like, maybe you don't quite believe it as much as you usually did, and you see your growth, and I think you make your self-worth more important. You choose yourself, because it's a reminder, Cancer, that when you're in this energy, you don't want to waste this. Like, the Empress isn't going to pay attention to something insignificant. She's going to attract the people that are truly worthy of this. All right, Cancer. So I will be back at some point in May in some way. I'm not sure how yet, but I will be. So until then, I hope that you have a wonderful month. I'm sending you lots of love, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.